Hi, everyone, and a pleasant good afternoon to you once again as we are back here at Ty-Kohler Field for the second game of this doubleheader. And now the first two batters have reached here for the Cardinals. So runners on first and second with nobody out. Top of the first, game two. Grounder to second base, and they'll get the force at second. And that's out number one. Runners on the corners now. First pitch is low and inside. To the batter, Carly Loftus. This one's popped up and out of play. One pitch is swung through and missed. Throw it out to second, and a stolen base. By Jaden Jordan. This one's fouled off right side and out of play. Three balls and two strikes now. And now a walk. So Carly Loftus walks here. Grounder out to, and that's going to be out on the base paths as a collision there between Jaden Jordan and the Greyhound shortstop. And they'll put the runner Grace Strecker back on third base. So nobody has scored yet. Base is still loaded. Top of the first inning. First pitch just off the inside corner, 1-0. Now 2-0. And time is going to be called. As Coach Bryant will go back out to the circle. Strike on that one, so 2 balls and 1 strike now. Foul ball. This one's popped up to second. That's going to get over the second baseman's head into right field. 2 runs will score for Labette. And it's 2-0. Another ball head out towards right center field, caught by Jaden Lorcher, and that'll retire Labette here in the top of the first inning. So Savannah Duran, the shortstop, will lead things off here in the inning for the Greyhounds. First pitch to her is a little bit low. 1 ball and no strikes. Shorten the bunt, or shorten the bat to bunt, and then pulled it back for a strike, taking a strike. a swing and a miss. For the strikeout. Now Bailey Couch will hit for the Greyhounds. Now 2-0 on Bailey. Again, she started her high school softball career here in Fort Scott, transferred to Liberal, Missouri, and was part of one of the best classes, best groups of Liberal Lady Bulldogs that go through that school in a while. She'll take a 4-pitch walk. And now Kinley Meek will stand in. The pitch is in there for a strike. Got to cover Liberal when I worked in Nevada. And it's a great community over there in Missouri. When I was there, the boys were doing some great things on the basketball court. One-two pitch on the way. That's swung through and I'll say foul tip there at the plate. One-two, grounded to short. They'll try to go the short way for one, back to first for two, and it is a double play. So that will retire the Greyhounds. On the 6-4-3 double play, we'll take a break and come back. This is Greyhound Softball on Duckbait TV. If you're interested in resident sound, interior or exterior painting done, and Greyhound athletic events, finished, become a sponsor today. Contact us at TonyAbeatty@gmail.com. Fort Scott native Josh Regan is ready to help with your project. Or find us on Facebook at Facebook.com/DuckBaitMedia. We're here to bring you the best of the Tigers and Hounds on YouTube.com/DuckBaitTV. So Lily Berry will now bat. She's the right fielder here in game two. Swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. This one's fouled back and out of play. And now 1 ball and 2 strikes for Lily Berry, I believe the number 8 hole hitter in the Labette lineup here in game number 2. This one's fouled off right side, now to play. One-two pitch. Swung through and missed. That one's in there for a strike on Tressa Ring. Now this one's popped up. And nice catch by the Greyhound catcher. That is Kinley Meek making the play. And that's out number 2. Now Grace Strecker back up there, takes the first pitch for a strike. This one's popped up and out of play, 0-2. Delivery. Catches the outside corner. And that will retire the Cardinals in order here in the second. We'll take a break and come right back. This is Greyhound Softball on Duckbait TV. Liberty Savings has been helping us out at Duckbait Media, bringing more Tiger and Greyhound athletic events for over 100 years. Become a sponsor today. Contact us at TonyAbeatty@gmail.com, with Duckbait Media at gmail.com, or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/DuckbaitMedia. We're here to bring you the best of the Tigers and Hounds on youtube.com/DuckbaitTV. So Bailey Melton, the pitcher, now hits for the Greyhounds. First pitch taken inside. This one grounded left side, and that's going to get through for a base hit. First pitch to Kaylin Gregg is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. And now Greyhounds have an out of the box issue. That'll bring up Ariza Zajac with 1 out and 1 on. We'll get that scoreboard updated for you in just a moment. And that one's a base hit over the shortstop's head into left center field. So now Megan Foltz will be up there. Now it's popped up out of place. It'll be 2-1. The 3-1 pitch now on the way. That one is low for a walk. Now Cadence Harjo, the third baseman, back up there for the Greyhounds. So 2 balls and no strikes on Cadence Harjo. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And a foul tip at the plate. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Harjo. Bases loaded. Bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Tough luck there for Harjo. And now 2 outs. As Josie Hinson steps in. Pitch is fouled off at the plate. That one's in there for a called third strike. And the Greyhounds are out of the inning. So tough luck there for the Greyhounds, as that's the 3rd time today they've had the bases loaded and stranded the bases loaded. We'll go to the 3rd, still 2-0 in favor of the Cardinals. If you're interested in helping us out and advising customers in the world of finance Greyhound athletic events, become a sponsor today. Jamie Armstrong. Contact us at TonyAbeatty@gmail.com. Contact us by phone at 620-223, or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/DuckBaitMediaArmstrong. We're here to bring you the best of the Tigers and Hounds on YouTube.com/DuckBaitTV. So it's Madison Hamilton going to lead things off here for the Labette Cardinals. First pitch to her in this at bat is in there for a strike. So the Greyhounds, in game 1, they left the bases loaded 2 different times. And now here in the bottom of the 2nd, leaving the bases loaded. It did not hurt them in the first game, as they were able to win it 2-0. Behind a superb pitching performance. This one's fouled out of play. If you missed the first game, Brylan Bartley pitched a complete game shutout. Though to first is in time. So Hamilton is out for the first out of the inning here. And now it's back to Jaden Jordan, who reached her first time at bat here in this game, and then was called out on the base paths as she collided with shortstop Savannah Duran, trying to advance to third base on a ground ball to the left side. 1-0 pitch. That one's outside. Now the wind and the 2-0 pitch. That one catches the zone, 2-1. Now 3-1. Now the wind and the 3-1 pitch. And that one's low for ball 4. And we mentioned in the first game that Labette is being led offensively by Jordan coming into action today. So this does not include the first game, but batting .533 on the year with 15 home runs and 45 RBIs. She is leading her team by a lot in all 3 of those categories. First pitch here to Carly Loftus, misses the strike zone. Now the 1-0 pitch on the way. This one's grounded foul. So with the bases empty, you can understand the Greyhounds wanting to work around Jaden Jordan. If you're a Royals fan and you caught the last 3 games in New York, just think Aaron Judge. That's probably a somewhat fair comparison as far as importance to their team. Wild pitch gets Jordan down to second base. Now 3-1 the count on the batter, Carly Loftus. Again, Labette County does not have a great overall record, but they had won 9 straight coming into game 1 before losing to the Greyhounds. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That one catches the strike zone. 3-2 now the count. On Loftus, who is hitting .283 coming into action today with no home runs but 3 RBIs. Payoff pitch. This one's fouled off right side. Now the 3-2 pitch is low. So now runners on first and second with only 1 out for the Cardinals. And Kinley Powell bats from the left side. That pitch is hit down the left field line and foul. That one may have been helped by the wind. We're maybe not getting the strong gusts that we were in the first game on a regular basis, but still very stiff wind out of the south-southeast, blowing right back at us here in the press box. The 0-1 just off the outside corner. And that wind certainly played havoc with the ball in game 1. One pitch is low. Knocking anything down in right field, and anything to left field was blown foul and out of the ballpark. One 0 pitch. That one is in there. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now on the batter, Kinley Powell. Grounded to short, throw to second is in time to get the force out. Throw home is not going to be in time. There was a collision there, and Jaden Jordan took advantage of that. 1 ball and no strikes. On the batter, Zoe Sparks. Now 2-0. And that one hit Sparks. So runners on first and second now. Pitch is low to Caitlin Surrey. She is the pitcher here in game number 2. And now another meeting in the circle. You still have 2-0 on the scoreboard. I think it's 3-0. As that pitch is high, so 2 balls and no strikes now on Surrey, who's 0 for 1 with a flyout. Flew out to left her first time. 2-0 pitch. This one's off the fists towards left field, and that's going to get down for a hit. Fort's got able to get the ball in quickly enough to keep the runners from advancing any further than just 1 base. But now the bases are loaded. With 2 outs. And we may be getting a pitching change here for the Greyhounds. And we are. So we'll take a short break and come right back. This is Greyhound Softball on Duckbait TV. If you need residential interior or exterior painting done or your cabinets refinished, contact the folks at Aura at Labora Painting Company, LLC. Fort Scott native Josh Regan is ready to help with your project, so give them a call at 620-288-6617. So base is loaded. Lily Berry is in there. Now Ashlyn Jackson is the new pitcher for the Greyhounds. This one's grounded foul just past the bag at third. Jackson has made, this will be her 5th appearance in the circle for the Greyhounds in 5 2/3 innings. She's got a 4.494 ERA. She's given up 6 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, walked 3 and struck out 2. Trying to get the Greyhounds out of a jam here in this inning, and she does with a strikeout. Nice pitching by Ashlyn Jackson in relief there. She'll get the Greyhounds out of this bases loaded jam, and we'll go to the bottom of the third. When you come back, this is Greyhounds softball on Duckbait TV. Edward Jones has been advising customers in the world of finance for over 100 years. Financial advisor Jamie Armstrong continues that tradition in Fort Scott. Contact her by phone at 620-223-1866 or email Jamie at jamie.armstrong@edwardjones.com. So the Hounds will send the top of the order back to the plate with Savannah Duran, Bailey Couch, and Kinley Meek due up here against Caitlin Surrey. First pitch is bunted, but rolls foul up the first base line. Duran struck out her first time. Here in game number 2 and is 0 for 1. Oh, 1 pitch, a little bit low to even the count. Greyhounds, and they're all white today with the maroon stirrups. Labette, of course, in the black tops with the red pants and the black socks. Grounded. They'll say fair and out. Nice play by the catcher, Kinley Powell, as that was right out in front of the plate. First pitch to Bailey Couch in this at-bat, misses. She'll bunt it, but it's straight up in the air, and the pitcher will come over and make the catch. So 2 quick outs here in the third. And now Kinley Meek back up there. She's also 0 for 1 with a ground out. Two and 0. Now the count to Meek. That one catches the strike zone. Meek hitting .214 coming into today. 1 home run, 5 RBIs. The 2-1 catches the strike zone as well. 2 balls and 2 strikes now with 2 outs and nobody on. Bottom of the third. Greyhounds trail 3-0 to the Labette Cardinals. Labette scored 2 in the first, 1 in the third, and that's where they're at right now. Grounded to third. Haley Presley is up with it over to the first base bag, and that will take care of the Greyhounds here in the bottom of the third inning as they go down in order. We will head to the fourth when you come back. This is Greyhound softball on Duckbait TV. Liberty Savings has been in Fort Scott since 1919, helping community members with their banking needs for over 100 years. Mark, Dave, Jolene, Manda, and Tyler are ready to greet you with a smile and help with whatever you may need. Visit them at 24 South Judson or call 620-223-0300. So Tressa King will lead off the inning for Labette. And then they'll head back to the top of the order with Grace Strecker and Madison Hamilton. This one's hit out to left field. Coming in and making the play is Josie Henson, out number 1. This one's popped up, and I think that will get out of play. Now this one's popped back out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Grace Strecker, who is 1 for 2 today. She has singled and struck out in this game. Game 2, anyway. This one's grounded foul to third. This one's hammered over the third baseman's head and will get down into the corner. Rounding first, heading for second, and she will stop there. Is Strecker with the 1-out double. First pitch to Madison Hamilton misses the strike zone. She is 0 for 1, but has been on base once. Running to third and throw down. Oh, it hit the helmet of the base runner. The Greyhounds were not covering third base there. And luckily for them, it hit Grace Strecker in the helmet and stayed in the infield, or that could have been another run for the Cardinals. Third baseman Harjo was in, protecting a possible bunt. And Duran saw at the last minute that the throw was going to happen, and she took off towards third, but don't think she would have gotten there in time if that ball had gone straight through. And now a walk. We'll put runners on the corners here. Still just 1 out, and now the best hitter in Labette's lineup is up there at the plate, Jaden Jordan. First pitch is fouled back. She reached on a fielder's choice and has walked in this game. 1-1. She had a fly ball to left field in the first game. I think Josie was out there in left field in the first game as well. She made a great play up against the fence. And I couldn't really tell if that would have for sure been a home run, but pretty close. Kept the Cardinals scoreless. Strike at the plate. Stolen base for Hamilton. So now runners on second and third, which means first base is now open. Grounder to second, and it's off the glove of the second baseman Couch and into the outfield. And that will bring 2 more runs home for the Cardinals. Tough luck there for Fort Scott. It's now 5-0 Labette. That one's into the left field, and that'll be taken fairly routinely there for the second out of the inning. One-0 pitch is swung through and missed by Kinley Powell. She's officially 0 for 2, but she's been on base twice with a couple of fielder's choice groundouts to the shortstop. 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch misses outside. That one's low for a walk. So now runners on first and second with 2 outs. That one's in there for a strike to Zoe Sparks. A 1 delivery is fouled off right side and will land out of the reach of Kaylin Gregg, the first baseman. That one misses. 1-2. Now 2-2. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Top of the 4th. This one's poked down the left field line, but foul. Now that one's hammered into left field, but the wind's going to knock it down just a little bit, and Josie Henson will be able to get over and make the play, and that'll retire the Cardinals here in the 4th. But they get 2 more runs. They lead it 5-0 over the Greyhounds. Led to the bottom of the 4th. When you come back, this is Greyhound Softball on Duckbait TV.
Ready to turn your nails into a work of art? Hi, I'm Delana Beatty, nail tech and artist. I specialize in custom nail art as unique as you are. From vibrant designs to delicate details, I will do my best to bring your vision to life and make sure every set of nails tells your personal story. Get the perfect combination of style, quality, and fun with Nails by Delin at Spoiled Brat Salon in Fort Scott, Kansas.
So, Ashlyn Jackson will get her first at bat here. Grounded to first, but a nice play there by Jordan to make the play and take it to the bag for out number 1. So now Greg back up there. She's 0 for 1. First pitch is high. Greg was called out for being out of the batter's box. Her first at bat. We saw that happen to Labette a couple of times in game 1. And it's happened here to the Greyhounds in game 2. 1-1 pitch. That one's outside. Again, you cannot make contact with the ball if you're outside of the batter's box. Don't see a lot of right-handed hitters in softball called for that. Predominantly it is the left-handed slappers who are trying to get some momentum towards the pitch from the box, but it's obviously not exclusively slappers. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Greg. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3. Now Arissa Zajac, the designated player here in game number 2. That one's in there for a strike. Oh, 1 pitch. Is low to even the count. Now the 1-1 pitch. That one's taken low as well. Good eye by Zajac. Right-handed batter who is 1 for 1 so far. She did have a single back in that second inning. Here's one to the left side. Throw is high, but in time. And that'll take care of the Greyhounds here in the 4th. We'll go to the 5th when you come back. This is Greyhound Softball on Duckbait TV. Patty West and Crystal Cowan are a mother-daughter duo selling personal and commercial insurance. If you need auto, home, boat, motorcycle, ATV, business, or commercial insurance, they've got you covered. Visit them at 3 East Wall Street in downtown Fort Scott or call 620-223-0700. Caitlin Surrey will lead off the 5th inning here for the Cardinals as they go 7, 8, 9. Pitcher on pitcher action here, and first pitch from the 4th